Hello. In this lecture, we're going to look together at some data from animal experiments to learn more about how animals communicate. As you know, we can classify communication systems according to mode and function. When you think about the mode, systems may be grading or combining. Grading systems only have one signal, which they can vary. So, for example, make more of it or less of it, or make it louder or quieter, and so on. But it's just one signal. For example, bacteria communicate in this way. Then systems can also be combining or combinatorial. These are systems which create new messages by combining different signals in different ways. So they can create new messages by putting two signals together. In terms of function, communication systems can be nominal, expressive, and predicative. Nominal or referential systems are the ones that pick out a referent from the world. So they talk about the world around. For example, prairie dogs communicate about predators, right? So that's something that's in the world around them. Systems can also be expressive, so they can express an internal state. For example, when you think of newborns crying, they are not talking about the world around them. They are expressing hunger, right? You can express hunger, you can express fear. Those are expressive systems. And finally, predicative systems are systems which talk about a referent and can describe that referent. Again, an example is prairie dog communication that you have learned about. That is, prairie dogs can talk about different predators and can describe them. So, say this is a human with a gun or a human without a gun, right? And that will be a different signal. So, these are the different functions and modes of communication systems. Importantly, a system can be several things. So a system can be both expressive and predicative, right? A system can have different types of messages. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at data from some animals and see whether their communication has these different functions and modes. We'll start with the communication of putty-nosed monkeys, which are small monkeys that live in West Africa. Monkeys in general have some of the most complex systems of vocalizations in the animal world. Often they have many different calls for different predators, and putty-nosed monkeys are no exception. But specifically, we will look at two calls that they have that are called the hack call and the piao call. So they sound different. They're two different calls. And what we see in putty-nosed monkeys is that when one of the monkeys makes a single hack call or a piao call, then other monkeys start also making calls, or they may hide. So it seems that the hack and the piao calls are alarm calls. They are produced in response to predators as a warning for other monkeys. That's why monkeys react by hiding or calling to warn other monkeys also. However, when monkeys put the two calls together and produce a piao hack call, other monkeys don't react in the same way. Instead, they start slowly moving further away. So instead of running or hiding or calling in response, they slowly move further away. So it seems like the meaning of the Piao hack call is something like let's go or yalla. So it seems that when you think about this communication system, putty-nosed monkey's communication seems to be combining. That is, you can create new messages by putting together two signals that separately mean something else, right? So the piao and the hack call, when they are separate, they mean an alarm. But when they're put together, they mean let's go. So that system is combining.